Okay. Hello there.
Hello?
Welcome to Tabletalkers. This time, I'm behind the DM screen, here with Matt, who is going to be playing Saltmire in the first introductory session for the new campaign that is coming up. So if you would like to describe yourself.
Okay, so Saltmire is a fairly tall, but very much lankier lizard folk. Very heavily crocodilian inspired in nature, like the longer jaw, the eye set, everything like that, with a very mottled greenish, blackish coloring to his outer scales. Probably dressed pretty light in something like just a simple leather vest and trousers. Probably fairly thin ones because jungle-ish area.
Fair.
Short bow on his back and like a almost machete-looking kind of deal on his side. And a small pack.
I don't know if I have like a mental block against names, but you are in the village whose name we came up with literally 5 minutes ago.
Hroth?
Yes.
Hroth.
Hroth.
With a G.
Yeah, it's in there. Just look for it.
It's in there. It's a pain.
But currently you are working as aide to the village's local herbologist, who will call you into her creation chamber, let's call it, at around this time, by knocking quite noticeably on the nearby wall and calling out, "Salt, get in here."
Coming!
You go into the room.
And,
go on.
Yeah, petted. Not sneaking up. I've been stabbed before. I don't want to get it again.
Yeah, this is more to toss something that'll leave him lasting itching or burn for the next 6 hours situation.
That's fair. I don't know. Who knows what sharp implement she has to get everything ground and put up right.
Those are boring, though. You go into her creationary chamber, where the normal smell of potions and concoctions meets your nostrils for not the first time today, probably. But as you're still kind of reeling from this acrid scent, she'll look over at you and go, "Now, I believe that you said that you were thinking that you knew where a fungal growth location was."
I have an idea. Yeah, it's underground. It's a bit low, but I have a guess, a rough idea.
Well, go get me the samples so that I can see exactly how it is that I might be able to use them to help our people here.
I can do that. Just anything I should be looking for in particular, or just the bit of variety for what we could find in there.
Well, given what your explanation was whenever you returned last, they seem to be of a type that should be small and blackish brown, should my mind correctly recall the scent. Don't come back without them.
Can do. Yeah. Suddenly very nervous of, did he see any of those?
You'll find out, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Well, what are you waiting there for?
Oh, no, get by. Going.
Get. I have things to do.
Oh, so many things to do. Just kind of muttering as he walks out the door.
Closing it and leaving the
Quickly.
area. Go on. Yeah, fair.
I say quickly because he doesn't want to get hit for backsassing.
Closing that and leaving that area, going into the wider village of Fruff, you see various village folk. It's primarily consistent of lizard people just because of how the tribal-esque functions of your people kind of is. And you see them muddling about, just going about their lives. The village in and of itself isn't all too impressive of a thing. You can see it has like a rudimentary like watchtower over in a couple of rudimentary watchtowers and huts built primarily, it seems, to just keep people out of the direct rain area.
Like, kind of like just loose wood and palm frond roofs.
Yeah. To give this
Wood
area
stuff
a
palm.
color,
Okay.
I would say its palette mainly consists of like dark green and brown.
Alright. Probably helps blend in a decent little bit.
You know that to find the area that you found the scent the last time that you were out hunting, it is southwest along the river into the forest for probably a few hours of trekking.
Alright, what time of day is this? Is this looking like a stay in the night outside the village to get everything, or would it be a get back in time, you think?
It's around noonish time, probably a little bit before, but you know how jungle trips work. If something happens, especially with caves, you could be out there for a while.
It's possible to get back, but chances are there's decent chance of other things. Okay.
Yeah, especially like if you're like, I can get through this tiny cave hole, no problem. Never mind, someone save me.
You made it through one way, but getting the other way might be a whole nother story.
Caves are kind of low-key terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. So, I guess I have my everything on me. Probably don't have a lot, so probably keep it on me most of the time. I'm gonna get started on the day. I'm not allowed to come back until I got it collected, after all.
Alright. So you make your way into the forest just to get a dice roll. Let's go ahead and see what your survival is to try to track down the area that it is that you're going to.
Alright. This is what the dice you gave.
That is a bad idea.
It was not a bad idea. My survival is gonna be a 25, starting off strong.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. You've played in the woods before. You know what the fuck you're doing. You pick your way along, give a wide berth to areas that may contain various predatory animals, and it's not too long before you end up coming upon the area where you last remember the fungal scent.
Alright, trying to go back through the area, hoping to catch the scent again, hoping like rain and other weather hasn't washed it away.
That was good. It's a survival roll. Going in there more, not too far from the edge of the river, you find what appears to be just a hole in the ground where the scent is emanating from. Not a large one. Easily missable, especially with all the foliage around here.
So would it be safe? First, I'm going to take just a peek inside, see what I'm working with here.
Do you have dark vision?
I wonder what this is. I don't think I do, actually.
It's dark.
Shoot. Could I attempt to make a rudimentary torch?
Yeah.
Alright. I will attempt to do so.
Okay.
Because my eyes aren't so great, I guess.
Well, it's real dark down there. I'm gonna go ahead and change the music.
And the other question is, would I have some rope, probably?
Yeah, you'd probably have some rope. Probably also have some torches.
Okay.
In case you don't want to just get a whole bunch of leaves, set them on fire, and drop them.
Fair. I'm going to want to try to use a torch, just want to keep it on my hand.
Now, are you going to just drop the torch down the hole? Or
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. What you doing?
Light the torch, see what I can see from up here, which... Now, Matt thinking about it with the torch probably isn't going to let him see very far, is it?
Well, you take your torch and you peer into the hole, blocking the sun, which is probably providing more light than the torch does. And It's dark.
Huh. Just, Shit. I would like to tie a bit of rope off on a tree. Yes, and I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna take a dive. We're gonna climb down, drop the other end, and shimmy on down after I tie it off.
Okay.
Well, I hope there's a tree nearby. Actually,
There is. You find a nearby tree, tie the rope around, take the rest of your spool of it, and toss it into the hole. It falls, and you don't hear it go plunk on like a stone or something.
deep hole.
Deep hole.
Deep hole. Time to start the hand and leg shimmy. Carefully, because he didn't hear it hit. He's smart enough to know it didn't hit. He might hit something if he loses grip.
You continue making your way down. You probably managed to get a good 15-20 feet, and then you begin to hear a very persistent trickling of water.
And this is near the river area, you said, right?
Yeah.
So it might be something from that. Anything I'm seeing on the way down, or is it just a big open area? Are the walls even out of sight?
Yeah, actually, this is a very cavernous expanse. And once you kind of got through the initial stuff up top, you very quickly lost sight of everything else around.
So this is mildly terrifying. Probably less so for Saltmeyer than Matt right now.
It's okay, you're just suspended on a rope above nothing.
In darkness, with only a torch.
With a torch.
I'm gonna keep shuffling down some, hope I see something. Or am I already at the end of my rope?
You continue to shuffle down, and you do see the end of your rope just dangling there.
Into nothingness.
Into nothingness.
Oh shit. How many torches do I have?
Probably like 4.
I'm gonna drop one.
The lit one. Leave yourself in pitch black nothingness, holding onto a rope. Just checking,
I'm
making
gonna
sure.
say yes now because I didn't consider that, and I don't know if he would have considered that. So we're gonna go with it.
All right, goodbye, only source of light. You drop
Sometimes impulsive decisions.
You drop the torch, and it probably falls about 15-20 feet before splashing into something at the bottom.
I take it goes out.
Yes, it does not proceed to light the entire area ablaze. That's the next
That is a
dungeon.
bonus. That is the next urgency, you're right. So about 15-20 feet to water. Can I see, like, the hole in the roof? Like, is it emitting sunlight still?
Yeah, but you can also see that it really doesn't go all the way.
Not enough to
Yeah.
maybe light it up, but just enough to be able to find it again if I had
Oh
to.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Unless it rains.
You've just made me question everything. Thank you. We're gonna take a leap of faith.
All right. I don't know what you rolled to die for, but you...
I was deciding. It was my nervousness.
Do you have a dive stance, which you would like to do?
Not face first, because that's how you smack into like 2 inches to a foot of water and then to stone.
So the mighty cannonball?
Kinda. Yeah, bracing myself to like try to negate impact if I have to, somewhat.
Cannonball with bent knees.
Bend the knees. Don't just straighten it.
Yeah.
I like them bending the way they're supposed to, not the other way.
Yeah. You impact with the water. It is cold. And it is dark. You can feel a slight current, but not enough to like be able to make it where swimming is hazardous.
So, how deep is it? Like, am I treading water right now?
Your tootsies can't touch the ground.
Okay. And there's a slight current. Generally, the banks would be perpendicular to the current. Can I, like, try to make some move towards, like, a bank, maybe? Try to use that idea?
You go away from the river.
Be like, oh, shit! As I fall and splash.
You begin to swim away from the river. Smart boy.
Sideways.
Yeah.
I want to get a torch lit when I can. Well, if I can soon.
Let me
I just realized I'm fucking soaked. That wasn't a great idea. But better solid surface than just a water.
Probably about 15 feet of movement afterward. You begin to feel something brush up against you.
Why do you have to describe it like that? Is it like stone?
It felt animated.
Moving.
Right. At an expedited pace?
I meant, was it moving, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Expedited pace, yes indeed, but what did it feel like?
Well, against your scales, it felt, I don't accurately know how to describe because I have this soft, squishy
Like,
human flesh.
Maybe not, probably wouldn't get like textures, but maybe like, was it a big thing, a thin thing, a long thing, short stubby thing? Maybe something like that you could get from general pressure rather than texture.
Yeah. Yeah, you felt that whatever touched you, be it an appendage or just a smaller object, was of a smaller size. Probably like a thick eel.
So he's praying snake or fish right now. Just, oh, no, no.
You dash the fuck out of the water.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a swim speed if that helps.
Well, it's not too long before you find your front talons kind of scratching up against what appears to be a solid surface.
Alright, so step one, get out into the water if I can.
Well, feeling along it, you can tell that there's a solid surface there, but it appears that the lip is just slightly out of your reach.
You see, I have methods of ideas of how to get up a jump from water, but the problem is they are both going down into the water first.
Do what you want.
We're gonna try it. Go down a bit and try to get a bit of speed to like swim upwards and make the jump. Because if you get it, you can get a propelling upwards.
Alrighty,
Use his
dolphin
tail
man.
to push him on.
Make an athletics check.
Oh shit! What's my athletics bonus?
I don't know.
That's what I'm looking. I'm gonna use this one because I don't have a lot of faith right now. It's a +2. That's a 16.
You managed to get enough to get a forearm up, and then you heave the rest of yourself up. You don't know what you're standing on. It's kind of damp, but that's kind of a given. You're also kind of damp.
I'm probably very damp if we're being realistic.
It's also very dark.
So, as this came after as an afterthought, are the torches lightable right now, or are they too wet at the moment?
You still have the means to light them. If you sit there and worry at it for about a minute, you can probably manage it.
Let's do it, because if I can't see, I can't do a lot to help
This is fair.
myself out.
You light your second torch.
Just light. Oh, no.
As you
You
light,
have worried him greatly when something brushed his leg.
what is it, like 60 feet for torch total, including dim?
I think it's like 30 bright, 30 dim, something like that.
Yeah, remember. So,
Sounds about right.
lighting your second torch, you see that you, and along the rest of this bank, is a relatively clear area, but looking further in, you can see that the floor is just covered in fungal growth of a lot of various kinds.
Alright. So, step one is there any, the brown and the brownish ones I was supposed to collect.
Short, stubby, brown, and black ones.
Yep.
Natural check.
Short. Oh no. I don't think my nature's very good, actually.
Roll dice. It's fun.
12.
12. Well, that one's purple, so it's not that one. That one's kind of brown and dark, so I mean, that's probably it.
That's an idea. That might be good.
You go along and you find probably about a pack full. Just by meandering around and picking up various little bits of fungus.
Okay. Sitting here thinking about it, realizing, probably like, just picking it up like, wait. Oh shit. My rope is
You
about 20 feet up.
you turn over.
I can't.
Look at
It's
your
just like
rope.
that as he's cinching his pack. Shit.
You're like, yeah, I've got it. You turn around, you see it just heavenly beam of light around it, dangling over nothing.
I can't make that. Oh. Shit.
Hello, and
This
welcome to
was
the
not
cave.
in the plan. This is not in the plan. I swear to God, if this is like the descent starting to happen. I'm gonna, I guess start walking the walls, hoping to find, maybe a pathway, something, a
You
groove.
proceed deeper in, or do you
I
want
know
to?
I know there's the water, but I'm hopefully not gonna be stuck in the water.
Now, do you want
Something touched
to
me.
go along the bank here, or do you want to just head perpendicular away? Matt?
I want to check out the bank some, but if I don't see anything immediately, I'm gonna start away from it.
Okay, as you head through the bank, you're not seeing much.
His curiosity is like, maybe I can see whatever touched me in the water, and it'll be less scary, or it'll be worse. But if that doesn't work, I guess starting towards the opposite way, starting towards walls, maybe to find a pathway, something to get out.
There's just a bunch of nothing, but you do realize that there's an odd lack of fungal growth within a set distance away from this little bank there.
Is the bank how do I say this? Worn down, obvious, something else did what I did, grabbed it, slithered over it. Is there trail marks of some kind warmed into the stone, after repeated use? Because suddenly I'm nervous again.
Looking around, it looks, well, as much like repeated use as something that has been disused for a very long time would look like.
It looks like it was, but it's been a long time.
At one time, it was probably used pretty extensively, but now it's not so much.
Well, that's reassuring. Is there anything on that wall where the gap between the river and the top there was, where I jumped?
Looking down, actually, make an investigation.
Okay. Let's try the yellow. Investigation 13.
Looking down, kind of taking your claws and kind of trying to feel for stuff beneath the muck that's accumulated. You find what appears to be a written language of some kind, but it's not anything you recognize.
Okay. Use.
Kind of wiping away the muck and expanding your area of looking around. There's a lot of it along this bank, but you can't make heads or tails of any of it.
So, odd writing, but not odd but nonsensical to me right now.
You can identify that it is certainly something.
So, nonsensical writing for me right now. Along the bank area. Interesting. In an attempt to avoid getting back in the water in the dark again, I'm gonna start checking away from the bank, like the water, like on the walls and stuff for passageways.
Well, you haven't really seen any other walls yet. This is a very large cavernous area. But moving away from the river...
Are there, like, periodic pillars or something, or is it just...
It's just open expanse and a mushroom.
Looking around like, I am surprised I haven't fallen through the roof any before. Oh. But exploring some, yeah.
Traveling into the fungus.
Are there any, like, bulges where something fell and the fungus took it over?
No, everything down here seems almost machined flat.
Okay. I would know this is odd as hell, right?
Yeah, because normal times caves aren't this
Rocks
flat.
rough and like water ran over it. That's what wore it thin, things like that.
Yeah.
Not smooth. Okay. The creep scale is climbing again now.
Continue even deeper into the mushrooms.
You really have a way of making me question my actions with your descriptions, but yes.
You proceed into the fungal forest. As you are moving around, I would like you to roll initiative as from the ground a tentacle reaches up and attempts to worm its way around you, but it just can't seem to get a grip with that number that I rolled.
Oh shit.
There's just the two of us. Go ahead and tell me.
4? I rolled a 1.
The tentacle rights itself and tries again.
The fuck?
I don't think a 7's gonna hit you though.
No, a 7 will not hit me. Like, oh god, no! Ah! Dancing backwards, probably.
Looking where this is, you see that this is coming from... Like, if you were to continue downriver, it's coming from that direction.
Does this look about, like, the same size of shape of something that would have ran across my leg?
It looks like it's about the same dimensions.
First of all, oh god. Second of all, probably knee-jerk reflex to anything trying to grab, like binding, trying to grab, of just pull the machete and just try to, and take it off.
So you would like to attack Savine?
Yeah, I'd like to try.
Then attack Savine.
I take it I don't have any way to get sneak attack.
You can aim.
No, I can't. Level 1.
Ah, shit, you're right. Then no.
That ain't great. What's my attack bonus? Plus 5. That's a 12.
Yeah, you hit the vine. Roll damage.
Okay. Just, oh, yeah! No! And swing at it. That's 6 damage.
6 damage. You see your machete impacts this thing, and a oddly bright, like cyan-colored liquid begins to spew from it as it wriggles around, obviously in pain. But then you can see from where your cut was placed, you can see it begin to vein its way through the vine. Like you can see the lighter color going obviously back toward whatever this thing came from.
Oh! Oh, so it's part of something bigger is what it's looking like now.
Yeah.
Oh! Shit!
It's going to spend its turn going, ow, I've been hurt. It's now your go.
I'm actually legitimately fucking terrified, and I don't want to give it a chance to grab me. I'm gonna try to finish what I started, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna fucking run.
You're gonna hit the vine? Again?
Let's try.
Alright.
11.
Yeah, it's a mushroom.
Okay. And another 6 damage.
You sever the area that you have been cutting. And now you can begin to see the cyan glow begin to spread significantly farther and faster than it was before. You look downstream, which I'm going to call north, but it's actually south, so let's call it south. And you begin to see some sort of a mass, a cyan mass off in that direction.
Like, towards the... What? That's a hell no, isn't it?
You can
That's
tell
a big
it's really
mass.
big and really far away.
Large, far-off body. So that's my cue to go, no, and move away.
Alright. So now you would like to get the fuck out of this encounter and proceed to dash the fuck off in the west, or east
The
direction?
hell no direction.
The east direction. That's the one.
Alright. Going now? Nope, I've seen this before. Nope, nope, big.
As you're running, you begin to hear... I wouldn't call it a scream, because no creature with vocal cords could make that noise. Just some sort of a loud ululating seeming to come from the surrounding chamber around you. And you can tell
Like-
that... Go on.
All around me? Like, oh, well, we're in a cave, it's gonna echo and reverberate,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's echoing and reverberating.
In my mind, all that does is encourage me to run quicker.
You continue running the fuck away.
Because I have angered whatever this eldritch abomination is.
I'm going to lovingly call it the Mushroom Man until someone tells me not to.
What about it makes you think of a man? You just described it's a ball of...
Don't judge.
I'm not judging, I'm running.
All out sprint for probably about a minute. You, with the edge of the light of your torch, begin to see what appears to be a heavily overgrown entryway. It seems that some solid, almost crystalline-esque structure has, almost like a mold or a moss, grown over this doorway. Take that, desk.
So, wait, like a crystalline moss structure?
Yeah.
Over a doorway?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to... Right.
It looks like it grew there naturally, but from your torchlight you can tell it is an unnatural substance and very rock-like. And it is of a deep emerald color.
Rock-like... mossy substance. Okay, grew but unnatural. And emerald colored. So this is of course rule number 1 of what you're not supposed to do, but what does it feel like?
Well, are you gonna stop and feel it? Because you can kind of feel the cave vibrating, and out of the peripherals you can see the cyan glow begin to grow nearer to you.
Have I seen anything else that hints at a doorway besides this?
Not at the moment, and looking left and right you can see more nonsense writing, but I don't know what that is.
I feel what it is. If it's like, because how to put this, some substances like this are kind of like brittle, and he might be able to knock a hole real quick to scramble through, because scrawny guy.
Well, touching it, it feels hard.
Scion's getting close in the distance. Is there anything around the door that would give any hint to it, or anything of the like? It's like maybe, I don't know, like a small cave-in entrance, or just is it solid all the way across?
There aren't any... Well, you can see through the stuff that's grown there, but like... And it's suspiciously just over this doorway, but like on the left and right of the door, and even on the top, you can see the writing, but you don't know what it says.
No idea what it says.
It could be run here for safety, or sacrifices go this way.
And it's obviously very hard material, so probably not going to get through it. I can't just push and go through shit.
Well, you didn't really define touch, so like, if you touch, it feels hard. It may give
like
if
open
you punch.
palm. It will?
It might. It doesn't look very thick.
Push a bit. Push a bit.
Pushing a bit? Not quite.
Like, does it feel like it might flex some?
It doesn't feel like it flexes any.
Okay. No, I don't have time. That purple thing's getting closer. No, thank you. I want to live.
What is it that you call whenever you toss something through a window? Would you like to do that to yourself?
Defenestrate?
Or, well, what is it called whenever you toss something inside through a window?
Oh, inside? Refenestrate, maybe?
So would you like to refenestrate yourself through this doorway?
I've had worse ideas today. Let's try it.
Athletics check.
Oh, shit. Please, little die. You need to save me. It doesn't save me.
What'd you roll?
It's a 1.
Okay, well then this happens. You take a couple steps back, you squish upon a particularly juicy mushroom, and then you and then you charge up and try to bash yourself through this little crystalline doorway there. You manage to make it through, but you see a sizable shard of it has lodged itself into the meat of your arm.
Just that moment of, huh, that doesn't hurt yet. Poke, poke.
Take
And
5
that's when it
damage.
takes ah! Oh, shit. Ooh.
And you begin to see the moss-like structure begin to almost move itself deeper.
So just so you know, I'm bloodied.
It's going inside you, friend.
Oh, shit. Inside my arm. Pull. Grab and pull. Holy shit.
You very quickly grab it and try to pull it, but the brittle nature of the substance makes it to where it doesn't quite get all of it.
Oh, fuck. I don't have any rope left, do I?
No, it's over there.
Is it like just breaking like brittle little pieces inside of it, moving into his arm?
Yeah.
I can't get that with a knife, probably.
No, not really.
I guess the best I can do is like just like try to grab and like try to rip a strip off of my vest or like the bottom of my pants and just try to like tourniquet above it some to hopefully cut it off.
Okay, make a medicine check to see how quickly you do this.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's a 20. That's a 20 before anything.
Okay, so a natural 20. You very
Does
quickly...
that do anything?
You are very quickly like, oh, holy fuck, boss, this is bad. And then you tourniquet off your arm.
If it helps, I have a +4.
Well,
for 24.
You're trust me.
This is like panic. Oh, no. Did it get this far just to lose it to this?
Your holy fuck balls, this is bad reaction takes place. You tourniquet off your arm, and then you can feel the shards kind of disintegrating a bit. And
like the pressure's dissipating where it'd be wedged in.
Yeah. And
like, am I gonna be the only person to lose an arm round 1, session 1?
And you heal for 6.
Huh?
As you can see, the wound where that thing dug itself in begin to close.
I'm gonna leave the tourniquet for now because
fair, very smart.
That doesn't look safe. That don't look safe at all. I just had a rock ramming into my arm and it just goes, I healed you. But what? What did it do? I don't know. Purple thing's probably getting closer. Have a moment of stupor of what that happened. Okay. Run.
Because this did kind of take just a moment or two because, I'm gonna panic and worry about this now. Looking back, you can see some of the encroaching tentacle aspects of this giant cyan monstrosity. And they come into contact with the remaining bits of the green door, which you can see is very quickly reforming itself. And as soon as it does so, you can see it recoil as though it impacted a wall of acid.
Anti-mushroom properties, or anti-thing properties, understood. Is there broken pieces on the ground?
Broken piece of the green thing?
Yeah.
Like
you said, one was in my arm. I didn't know if it shattered, like if there was a couple pieces or something on the ground.
You're a pretty big boy. Not all of it went inside you. So, yeah, there are a few shards on the ground.
So, I filled my pack up with mushrooms, right?
Pretty much.
Can I, take my vest off and use it to wrap up some of the pieces and, loop it in my, the strap of my bag so it's not touching the mushrooms? Because, obviously, touching mushrooms isn't a great idea so far.
Alright. As you're doing that, you can see the cyan monstrosity shove a portion of the tentacle through the still closing hole, but you can see that causes the wall itself to kind of expedite its closing process, and it is severed at the point, and it begins to dissolve near you.
Oh, that's... Okay, that's gross. Oh, no, gross. I say that, I'm a lizard man. What the fuck am I saying, gross?
It can be gross.
That works. It's still gross. I'm just realizing I don't have a picky person.
You might be.
Still, now, I might be a little bit of that thing just trying to kill me. What is the term?
Fuck that guy syndrome?
Fuck that guy syndrome. Yeah, it's it's like proxy catharsis.
Okay.
At least the wall got it, even if I couldn't. Wrap up my little bit of stone stuff. I don't know what it is.
Are you going to maintain lack of blood flow on your arm? Because that's starting to hurt.
Do I know what happens if you leave a tourniquet on too long?
I mean, you've dealt with the herbologist and various other people are just like, well, I was in the forest and then a boar attacked my leg. So I tied my leg away, and then I lost my leg somehow.
So now he has to guess which one's gonna work better. He has a better chance with 2 arms than with 1. This feels like bad decisions galore tonight, but I'm gonna take the tourniquet off.
Okay, you do so. Your arm feels fine.
Old Rocky salt. Okay. I am... Consider Saltmeyer confused. Just looking at what the fuck? What? Huh?
I don't know, man. Weird shit.
Yeah, I guess pick my torch back up if I dropped it. I feel like I probably did in that whole process.
You.
And start down the cave again, kept periodically looking back I don't want a creepy tentacle thing creeping up on me.
You pick back up your torch, give the area a look-see because you've been kind of distracted by a couple things. This doesn't appear to be cave-like at all. Not to say that the other part really did, but this is obviously what appears to be an entryway of some sort.
Okay.
Looking around, you can see a plethora of the writing that you just don't know.
Just kind of looking at what kind of writing? Is it flowy, scratch mark, short, jagged?
It's very flowy, and given that this is all written into a smooth stone, you're kind of at a loss for how they managed to articulate it as well as they have.
Flowy, like flowy, like cursive flowy, but in stone, like
Yeah.
that flowy.
Mhm.
Yeah, very impressive. Okay. Just interesting, and that's curious.
Can
And you say this is like an intro, like this is how the wall's going in, down, down. I take it continues mostly in a straight line.
Yeah, this is more like a roughly 3-person across hallway that continues for about 10 feet.
I guess walking forward, watching for more tentacle thingies on the ground.
Fair, you do not see any. And as you pass through the end of the hallway area, you can see a green, like, flash above you in the doorway.
Well, now you've got my attention looking up to see what caused the flash.
You can see some of the sigils in the writing that you don't understand glowing green momentarily, and then dissipating.
Glowing green. Like, if I step away and move closer, does it do it again?
You're going back into the hallway? Or, like, just away?
Let's go back into the hallway, because that caused it the first time.
Go back into the hallway. Leave the hallway again. They glow green again.
If I move away from it, like back into the room, and then back to it instead, does it do it?
No.
Tripwire writing?
Why are you asking me?
That's just his thought of just tripwire writing. I have no idea. It's somebody trying to correlate obviously weird magic writing with what he knows.
Yeah.
I guess turn around and start to look at the room I found myself in.
You turn
I
around
came here for mushrooms, and the mushrooms almost came for me.
you begin to examine the room, and what kind of catches your attention is what appears to be of a similar crystalline sort is a statue of what looks like a rock person that is kind of almost elvenish in their features.
So almost elvish green rock statue.
This one isn't green, it is
Oh,
it is a like a dull brown.
like dull brown, like kind of like gem-like brown or rock brown.
Kind of like rock brown, but see-through. Kind of gem brown-ish, but I don't know of a brown gem.
Touche. Oh, now I have hiccups.
I have transferred them.
That was cruel. See-through.
It's
Elvish.
It's a little bit more opaque. Or not opaque. The opposite of opaque. Whatever that is.
Transparent?
Well, no, it is opaque. Because I thought opaque meant transparent, because I'm an idiot.
Through it. No, you can see through it a little bit, but it's kind of cloudy, I guess. Is that like, excuse me, a good way of putting it?
It's harder to see through than it is to see through.
Okay, okay.
Semi-transparent.
See-through-ish. See-through-ish.
Pretty much.
The technical terms.
Ish. You know what? Fine.
So Matt knows where this is starting roughly. Would Saltmeyer know what Elvish in this area is a strange thing?
Elvish here isn't very usual. You are in Diaka, which is the kingdom of the dwarves. So you don't really see too much elven influence. And besides, they like to stick to themselves. So it's rare to see one outside of Bellenue.
Okay. Excuse me. Elvish influence uncommon. Drain. Excuse me. Like, is it holding anything? Posing like anything?
It almost seems like it's standing vigilant.
Excuse me. Like facing towards the doorway?
Like, you know how they'll position like suits of armor as mock guards? It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what that's like, towards the doorway, or like. Okay.
Kind of like at an oblique angle, but yeah.
Because this worked great last time, I'm gonna touch it.
What?
I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it?
Because that worked great last time.
It's a little rough, but mostly smooth.
Nothing funky happens? That's good.
No.
I've had enough funky rocks for today. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably shouldn't have touched it. I guess start past it?
Continue.
Keeping an eye on it?
Okay.
Maybe?
As you are beginning to continue deeper, you can see your torch begin to pick up on various crystalline-esque decorations on the walls, floors, and ceiling. As your torch flames are kind of flickering along, you can see the various colors of the area begin to flicker in response to it. Each one seemingly random, but almost different every time.
Crystalline decoration.
Just write it all in your notes, it's fine.
Random colors. You know I write notes religiously.
It's fine. So when I forget things, you can be like, no, it's this way.
It's so I don't forget things, because I forget a lot of stuff.
I have name blindness.
Probably, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna spend a few minutes distracted by the, like, how the light's coming down and all that, and just start playing with it, like, and leaning back and forth, moving the torch.
Fair.
Not gonna grab any. My pack's already basically full, and I've already had to use my vest as a pseudo pack.
Well, these ones are built into the walls and ceiling, so walls, ceiling, and floor, so you don't really know about trying to remove them outside of, like, a pick.
Yeah, and I don't have a pick. Understood.
I mean, I guess you could try to bite at it really hard with, like, trash can lid mouth. That's about all you've got.
Okay.
Continuing.
But after a few minutes of goofing off, I'll move on.
Okay. Alright. Going through the rainbow corridor, you now see what... similar to the herbologist area. You kind of see a door made of the same crystalline substance, only this one's going to be the dull brownish type again. But looking through it, you can see what appears to be a variety of, like, work tables and things like that off in a little antechamber as you've been continuing down this hallway.
Leads to crafting. Okay, yeah, that sounds... He's been learning slowly. Might take a look-see in there if I can open the door.
Well, the door is just kind of a wall of rock.
Is it like the last one?
Pretty much.
Like thin, all that shit?
It is, but it's a different color, so you don't really know how that's gonna go.
I don't suppose they have, like, a loose rock anywhere.
Not naturally here, no, sadly.
Oh. Well, fortune favors. Like looking through, is there any other like entryway to the room?
Looking through the door, you don't see any. I will say, though, that your
Is this
torch
like-
is lighting up the area significantly more than it normally would because the light's catching everything else and it's sending a cascade of
And-
stuff.
Ping, ping, ping.
Yeah.
Ping, 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 all over the place.
Mhm.
Hey, Max. Like, is this the only way, or is there other ways forward?
You can continue along, but this is the only antechamber that you've come across thus far.
I'm gonna give it a solid, like, shoulder check.
Go ahead and make an
It
athletics
worked
check for
last
me,
time.
just because.
Maybe do it a bit better. I'm gonna use the same arm because the third arm's fucked. At least it's only the same arm fucked.
You removed your tourniquet, so I mean...
Yeah. I see your point, but I'm doing it for self-reassurance. Let me
Alright.
hope a little bit. Let me hope a little bit, please. That's better. That's a 14.
Wham! You send yourself hard against the door. It remains in one piece, but the side of it but the left side of it just swings open, and you're sent sprawling
Motherfuck.
into the room.
Oh my god. So after the 1, 2, 3, 2, and just head over and in, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
That there was a well-oiled door.
Spend a minute. Spend a minute on the ground, just... Oh, I fell for that.
Today's
I
a
did
weird
that.
day.
Oh. And then slowly drag myself back up off the ground.
Yeah.
And see what's happening in this area. I've already humiliated myself, but no one was here to see it, so did it actually happen?
I was here.
Now I feel judged.
Okay. Looking around in this area, you can see off in the corner what appears to be a large, like, circular-esque platform, it looks like.
Okay.
It catches your eye because as you're shining your torch, you can see that whereas most of the area is a multicolored light, that one is a stark white.
Okay. Interesting. Let's check out the table.
Going over to the platform or the tables.
You said there's a circular platform. Sorry, I thought you said circular table.
The platform itself is raised just probably a few inches from the ground. Make a history check.
A history check.
Yeah.
That's something. Let's see how your blue dice like it. That's really good. That's a 19.
19. You've traded with other people enough. You know that sometimes they will set up a teleportation area, and this matches some of the descriptors that they've talked about for those.
Okay. Does it look like dusty or out of use or just...
It does not look like any other footprints other than yours have been here for a long time.
Out of use, got it. Well, I can't really do anything, just, can't even sketch it down. I guess I could try to remember it,
Okay.
but I don't know why I would ever need to remember it.
You're probably not going to get the sigils perfectly.
Exactly. But, well, it's kind of pointless for me now, so I'm gonna, I guess, move back over towards the tables.
Moving over toward the tables, you make an investigation check.
Oh, boy. My rolls have been hit and miss tonight. Investigations, that's a 16.
16? Yeah. Looking around here, you can see what appears to be like a couple crystalline something or others that it looked like people were starting on, but they were left unfinished. Looking through and trying to find something of use, you happen upon a what equates to like a little locker in the wall.
Okay. Is it locked?
This one seems to be made of a more onyx akin crystal. And as you put your hand over it and try to move it, it doesn't budge.
Is there a lock at all on it?
There appears to be what looks like a place where something could... There appears to be an indentation on it where it looks like you could put something against it. But no, hole with tumblers.
I couldn't maybe just go back and recheck the desk to see if there's anything that looks like it might fit the indent.
Checking the desk for something in the indent. You've already rolled your investigation check.
Indent. Yeah, I just didn't know if going back through know what I'm looking for, something might stand out.
No, you don't see anything.
I guess that's about it. Is that about everything in the room?
Functionally, yes.
I assume none of the crystal trinkets line up because you said that just a second ago.
They don't appear to do anything. And none of the ones fit the indentation.
And it's set in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so no pulling that out.
No. Not unless you brought your
I
pick.
guess.
Which you didn't,
Nope.
you fool.
Nope. like a noob, like a scrub. I guess I'm gonna go back to the door, my arch nemesis apparently.
Well, there is another
Making
pathway.
a fool out of me.
Oh,
in this room.
the brown door. Never mind. I thought of the cyan mushroom, and you didn't go that way.
Oh no, I meant to the room, and I was gonna continue on down some, I guess.
You go to the...
Particularly gonna be keeping an eye out for something that might fit that indent.
You go to the well-oiled door. Lightly push
My
against
nemesis?
it. It opens.
This isn't over. Just gonna point at the door. This isn't over.
It does not respond.
Strong silent type. I can respect that. I guess I'm gonna continue down further.
Taking a left and continuing down, you... the area itself begins to open up a bit, and you can see what appears to be a largely stone-based or stone-structured village-looking thing off in this area. I say village, I more mean town. You can see where it appears that there's a bunch of different residences or residency areas. What's your passive perception?
16.
16. You also hear, relatively softly at the moment, some noise that sounds like a rock hitting rock. Very lightly.
Is it just a repetitive of ping, 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 or is it like a pattern?
It's very repetitive.
Well, it has my attention. I'm gonna start towards the noise if I can find a direction. I don't know, because weird cave noise.
That, because of the echo, is kind of hard. Go ahead and make a survival. Or perception, I guess. Either one's acceptable.
They are exactly the same. 19.
19. You pick a direction and it seems to be getting louder in that way. Heading up a few flights of stairs and along there. As you're going along, you can see that whatever happened here probably wasn't instantaneous. You can see shattered doorways and overturned tables and various other signs of, like, distress.
Okay, that's not good. Is it still dark in here, or is there like something else lighting it now?
You have your torch. It's doing the same whole bunch of light off in all the directions thing it was doing before.
So it's the only thing preventing lights.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay. And you can't really stealth with a torch.
Not particularly. You can walk quietly, though.
Especially in a dark cave.
You can walk quietly, though.
I'm gonna do that just because less attention possible.
Stealth check.
Oh yes, I am so good at these. 17.
17.
Not bad, pretty good.
Man,
pretty good, I think, at this.
That's pretty stealthy stealth checks. You walk quieter with your torch.
You sound so condescending about it.
I'm just stating the facts, man.
Yeah.
But continuing to walk quieter with your torch, you begin to come closer to the source of the noise. Looking at it, or while trying to catch the motion, you see that whatever it is that's causing it is, well, it's not pretty. It seems to be some sort of amalgamate creature type, like the one you saw outside and decided not to deal with. Except this one seems to be, instead of composed primarily of fungal bits, composed of skeleton bits. All kind of interwoven with a vein-like system of fungal roots keeping them together. Into this
skeletal fungal monstrosity, gotcha.
Into this ball-like mass that's probably about 10 feet across.
Oh shit, huge.
Yeah. And you can see from the light of some of the rainbow bits that it is just using one of the bone-like appendages that it has and hitting repetitively on the end of a doorway. It is another black doorway. Actually,
the well-oiled
I
one,
lied.
that's a prick.
This one is a black doorway, but it is interwoven with, like, it's outlined in the green structure.
Door outlined in green. And it's obviously not moving with this thing tapping on it.
If you were to give an insight check on this thing, you would kind of be able to see that it looks despondent. Like, whatever it's currently doing, it's probably been doing for a while, and its brain is just completely turned off.
Out of curiosity, looking at the spot where it's been hitting, is it wearing thin?
Not at all.
Okay, that makes sense. He did see it grow back, so... Can I see through the doorway at all from here?
It's blocking the doorway.
Okay. I didn't know if I could see since you told me the collar bit.
And you got like a weird angle on it, but you can't
I can see the door, but seeing through is another thing.
It's still a cloudy kind of structure.
Anything loose I can find?
Here? Yeah, there's like broken table pieces and chairs and...
So if I grabbed a piece and I like chucked it away, try to like draw this thing away from the door. If I do that, does it respond and like kind of like hide by a window?
So you pick up a nearby chair leg and you toss it way the fuck over there to try to get Fido to follow it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Alright. You pick up the chair thing.
And take it, duck and cover immediately, like where I can see, but I'm not immediately obvious.
You pick up the chair leg. It is made of a crystalline substance, and you toss it way the fuck over there with your rogue arms.
Oh yeah, so great.
And as soon as it impacts the area over there, you can see the tapping stop. And almost like a cascade of dominoes, the thing begins to kind of turn itself in that direction and begin plotting.
Gonna give it a second to get moving. And then quietly tiptoe, because the torch doesn't seem to have attracted it any. It doesn't look like it has eyes. Let it get some distance, and then quietly tiptoe to the door. And see if it's a push. It's not a push, obviously, but see if it's a pull, because he's been a bastard to him already.
Do you put your hand on the door?
Yeah.
Which hand?
If I'm trying to open it. Probably the same hand he's been touching everything with, so probably that same one.
You see the green around the outside begin to glow slightly. And then you hear a slight movement sound as a blast of dust comes and the door begins to kind of slowly make its way upward. However, the noise...
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
You,
Slip inside as soon as I can. If it's like duck and crawl, I'm gonna duck and crawl.
you perk your ears and you go, oh shit. And you roll underneath the doorway. It's still going upward.
Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door, grab it, just grab it and try to pull down real quick, like, is it doing anything?
You touch it again and it goes back down. Quicker than it went up.
Oh shit, just oh shit. Oh, thank God.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Oh. I thought, fuck, I'm locked inside now.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Turning around now, you see what appears to be a long desiccated corpse. But it's actually clothed.
He had the same idea I did. I see. Oh no.
Well, you're in the panic room. Now what?
Yeah, I did not think this through. Shit. I have mushrooms.
Yeah,
I don't know if mushrooms are edible, but mushrooms. Oh God. After a moment of quiet panic,
well, you have a friend.
muffled screaming. I say muffled, internal screaming. Time to start looking around, I guess. Starting with the friend.
You loot the friend.
Oh no.
Make an investigation check.
Do you ever look in hindsight and it's like, this is obvious, and then, oh. I did that.
I want to,
50.
since the door shut, you have since stopped hearing the cascade of dominoes as this thing's bone feet go along the area.
It's okay, my skin is no longer crawling from that noise, probably.
What, you mean bone balls make a weird noise as they kind of scuttle along? You're right.
Something sounds inherently wrong with that statement, and probably that sound as well.
You loot this long dead gentleman, and you manage to find
You don't need it.
Yeah, you manage to find a small white crystal that seems about the size of the indent on that one thing in the other room.
Oh, yay, good, problem. So, panic room. Named that for its purpose and my emotional state. In my notes.
And there's really not much else in here, so you turn around to look outside, and there's just a skull. And a bunch of other skulls. And femurs and
Are they looking at
arm bones.
Are they looking at me?
Well, yes, as much as they can. They don't really seem to have a cohesive looking direction, But you can see that they are once again beginning to bunk at the door.
I see why he went insane. I assume he went insane.
I think he went inside and said, haha, I'm safe. And they went, fuck.
Shit. He did what I did. He did exactly what I did. I think it's all encompassing of the doorway, basically.
Yeah.
Are there any windows?
No.
Are there any hidden outs? I don't know.
You can make an investigation check.
I'll try. Because right now my only doorway is off. Fuck.
Hello, friend. Would you like to come outside?
Oh, that's another 15.
Man, this is a nice rectangle. But man, this is just a rectangle.
Is there a sunroof, maybe?
No, this is a hole for standing in when you're scared.
Ooh. I feel like a genius. So if I sleep against the wall where it can't see me, to my knowledge, near the door, tapping continues.
The tapping continues.
Alright. I have slight plan. I have a couple pieces of the green stuff, right?
Yeah.
I want to pull one out. How many pieces do I have? Is it just like a handful of small pieces?
You probably have what equates to 3 uses of pocket sand.
Okay, that answers my question.
If you're very liberal with your, or well, very conservative with your pocket sand.
I want to tap the door to see if it starts to raise again.
You touch the door and
Throw a thing through to see if that does anything.
you kind of put one of the smaller crystals on the ground and just kind of... It impacts the side of this amalgamation and you see it recoil.
Alright, that's my moment. Try to, as it recoils backwards, do I have a gap to slip through?
Well, you didn't throw enough to make it like, oh god, what the fuck? But you did throw enough to make it go, eh.
So, let's
Hey.
say I grabbed the rest of it and threw it at its face. Would that be an oh god, what the fuck, maybe?
Well, you might want to know what making it go, ow, hey did.
Okay.
Because as that piece of it impacts it, you can see the cyan glow begin to emanate from where that thing impacted across this entire creature's form. And you can see the skull nearest you in the empty pits where eyes used to be. Two little blue cyan glowing orbs appear.
Oh no.
And since the door is slightly open, you can hear an ear-piercing shriek.
Is it a painful shriek?
It's not pleasant.
Little scion fire eyes. I'm tapping the door again.
As in closed?
Yeah.
Smart.
It's not moving. It didn't
Flunk.
move enough for me to do anything, and all I'm seeing is things getting worse.
Well, you did just throw one tiny piece at it. But it seemed to do something.
I know.
But
It did something.
Yeah.
It recoiled a little bit, but the fucking fire eyes started up again, and back down.
now it's hitting it with renewed vigor.
Does it look like it's breaking anything?
It doesn't look like it's breaking anything, but you can tell that there is a lot of force behind each whack.
Like, smush force?
Like, that would hurt a lot.
Smush force. I understand.
You can see the various pieces of the bone fragment, or of the bones that are actually hitting it begin to shatter and break as it's doing so.
Oh my god.
Hello, welcome to
Okay.
your soundproof hell box.
This is nightmarish. Are there gaps in it? Like,
No.
There's like are there gaps in the skeleton? Like if I threw something, could I get something wedged in there?
Not really, because it looks like whatever fragment of this thing got in there, it just started using itself to like glue all the bits together. So it's more of a blob-like thing. It'd be really awkward to try to like put something in a complete gap. You're going to be running into a skelly bit. But that said, about every skelly bit you see has a bit of growth on it.
This isn't good. I'm trying to think of a way out that doesn't involve making more eyes light up, because that feels like a bad idea. I'm questioning if I'm powering this thing.
Well, the entire creature is currently glowing cyan.
Oh!
Like, all the little vein structure is now just a light.
Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I really fucked up.
You still have 2 7/8 uses of pocket sand.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, if I chuck it at it, would that make it recoil enough? Last time, the Scion thing, even when the other one was going Scion, it touched it. It still recoiled, right?
Well, yeah, but that was like a wall of it.
Yeah, that was a wall of it. I have pocket sand equivalent.
This one also is less of a full mass of that, and like
It's got armor.
a web. Well, it's a
It's
lot
got
less of a
bones.
creature than the other one was. Like, it doesn't look like it's a robust network. It looks like it turned itself into like a spiderweb type thing, and it's just barely stringing all these things together. But as a result, it's a bone ball.
Man, I've really fucked myself.
A little bit.
I'm in a square. I'm in a rectangular box. One doorway, no extras. I have a body. How decayed is the body?
Yes.
Okay, so it won't. I can't use it as a meat shield to run into it.
No.
Could it fit through the doorway?
Do you really think it needs to?
I'm just thinking, like, open the door, let it lower in, some tap the door again, and use it like a guillotine.
Now this is like a... This is like a 7
is
foot
like-
by 7 foot box.
And I'm in a normal doorway, and that's a 10-foot ball.
Yeah.
So I only really have one option at this point.
Yeah.
And that's hope my pocket sand recoils it enough for me to run.
Maybe.
I feel like there's an option I'm missing right now.
Feel free to explore.
No hidden gateways. Man, I should have just jumped in the river.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Carry for the next campaign.
I guess I'm gonna try a proper amount of pocket sand this time to see if it recoils enough when I open the door to dash through. Like,
Now
a
are you
tight
just
fit,
gonna
maybe.
use your bag?
Huh?
Or now are you just gonna use your entire container of it? Or are you trying to save some for yourself later?
Well, I want to keep like at least a piece to save for later, but
You can find the biggest shard and put that strap that to yourself.
but I'm guessing from how much it recoiled from the little bit, I'm gonna need most of what I've got to get it to back up a lot.
Not.
I'm gonna try it, I guess. Yeah, this is the game plan. Just shit.
You touch the door,
I touched the door.
and the self-destructive rampage that it's currently having continues. And you can tell that one fragment of it kind of realizes, oh, hey, there's a hole in the bottom.
Oh no.
And you can see that
Pocket
part.
sand.
Well, you wanna pocket sand it tentacly, or you wanna?
No.
Okay.
No, I want to get the main body.
All right.
It was just the funny idea of, oh, that's
Oh no, tiny fragment. Here's my only way out. now I'm really screwed.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the main body. It was just a funny thought. I was really going for.
You see it kind of snaking around the room. You kind of like, oh, no, I don't want to touch that. And it comes into contact with the other body there, at which point in time it grabs it and roughly yanks it out and begins to affix it to itself.
Ugh. Is that distracting it any?
Not particularly. You can see that, like, maybe its 74th hind quarter brain is distracted, but...
Multitasking, I can respect that.
It's still trying to reach around, trying to find you and make contact. To dodge.
No!
I would like you to make an acrobatics check, just to be like, no. As it is trying to find you and bring you into its embrace.
I'm using the... Acrobatics modifier is a +3. 5.
It finds you, grabs you, hits your head very, very hard against the still opening door for 7 damage.
Jesus.
Leaving a hell of a head wound on you.
Just, fuck!
And then you can see it begin to adhere you to its spiky bone ball.
Is the door open enough for me to hit the main body?
Well, now you're
again?
outside.
Oh, fuck, yeah, pocket sand.
Bag o' pain juice. You empty the bag and all of its contents onto this creature, which it lets out another ear-piercing shriek and begins to flail for a moment. And in that moment, you are released.
Running.
Running. Run like hell.
There is no stopping now. Stealth is out the window. Away.
But, like, do you have a destination?
I don't... I know I want to go back towards that one shit,
okay.
But I want to kind of, like, take an obscure route, because if it's going to start following me, probably...
Make either an acrobatics or athletics check of your choosing, while I make one for the creature.
Absolutely acrobatics. Fuck! That's a natural one.
Well, that's not good.
That ain't good. It catches me, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah. You try to vault over a table, because that's what the cool guys do. And it just... It so just grabs both like, you.
Hell yeah! Oh.
It grabs both you and the table, and it very violently tries to push you into it again. But you can tell it didn't really tell that there is a table there. And as a result, whenever the table fractures and you're, instead of spiky bone bitted, just kind of hit with a large slab of rock, take 2 damage.
Okay.
And you're once again freed because it doesn't understand what just happened. It just bludgeoned itself with a table.
Okay. Fucking running. Back to it. Like, I was confident for all of 3 picoseconds with the table, and then everything went to hell.
I'm a cool guy. I can vault a table. No.
So, running.
Make another check, please.
Fuck, I'm changing die.
That would be wise, except not in this case. Give it another chance.
I'll give it another chance. Fuck you, Eric.
What'd you get?
5. That was a joke.
Well, you didn't believe in the dice.
I did. I gave it a second chance. I believed you.
It snakes around and it grabs your backpack and proceeds to yank it off of your body.
Yeah, letting that go.
Goodbye, backpack.
I can run. Mushrooms are secondary right now. Just, yeah, you can have them. But,
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Scream.
hope you get high. Oh, God.
Try again. Don't fail this one.
I'm changing dice.
You are out of freebies.
22.
Okay. It shoves this other fungal mass into itself, and it's just like, wait. And you can tell it's slightly confused as you run the hell away.
I still have the white crystal, right?
Yeah, you put that in a different place.
I was just saying, I know I have my bag, but that was almost full of mushrooms, you said, so I was just checking to make sure.
Yeah. And running
Losing
at
that, please.
as much as you can. Yeah, down this direction toward the tiny hallway. You make it into the hallway. Notably, there's no little green runes over here, so you should probably continue moving. And you make your way over to the brown door.
I'm opening it, going back inside, and shutting it behind me. Just like leaning against it, just...
Moments later, you hear a resounding crash. And you turn around, and the cyanide skull is just sitting there, silently screaming on the other end of the doorway.
Why? Can I get the doorway I'm at?
Yeah,
You can't get in, can it?
here it can.
Running over to the fucking locker at this point. I don't have any other use of anything.
This is very true.
Just fumbling with the right hand, like stabbing it into the hole.
You put it up against the indentation, and you hear a little click, and it opens.
Okay, what's inside of it? Quickly.
Inside,
This thing's coming for me.
Well, it doesn't seem to be able to get through the door. But
I know, but it can send tentacles.
maybe. You look inside. There appears to be a tablet of some kind with things inscribed upon it, and a variety of different bags.
Just, I don't have a lot of time to look. Besides, do any of them have any more green shit in them?
Looking specifically for green things, you do find some, but it appears to be of a different quality than the things that you've seen around here. Like, it doesn't seem to be quite as crystal-like, and it seems more gem-like.
So probably not gonna work.
It doesn't look the same.
What's up with me and running into rooms with only one exit?
I don't know, man. I was expecting you to just, like, oh, what's inside? I'm just gonna not live in this death closet. And then you're just like, I live in the death closet. And I'm just like, okay.
I didn't think it would follow me here. That's why I was taking a long route. I was trying to lose it.
Well, it kind of had you.
I'm in a fucking death closet. I don't know what to do. Are tentacles reaching in?
They are hitting harmlessly against the door. But unlike the other one, which seemed able to take the punishment, this one seems maybe like you should hurry a bit.
There's no other exits to this room. Is there anything like the panicking, checking the circle, I guess? Is there anything the circle can do?
Well, looking through the little assorted bags you have, one of them's white.
One of them's white?
Yeah.
And it's white.
Uh-huh.
Hold a gem near the circle. Does it do anything?
You can see it begin to light up a little bit along the area that you put it on. Gauging by the bag, if you were to, like, fling this all across it, it might cover the entire circle.
That door is breaking?
It's not happy.
I don't have any other option. I'm going for it.
You do so, and there is a blinding flash of light.
I wasn't on the circle, was I?
No, you were, because you're not that.
Okay. Okay. It just hit me if I did a say I stepped on it, but I'm trying to get it to go.
You didn't technically do this, so, here is your death. Congratulations, you're an idiot. No.
That's what it just felt like.
You were just thinking, oh wait, there wasn't really any spell component here, so let me see where the hell you end up.
No. Oh god. And this is how we found out I end up halfway across the world.
No, but you do end up about 20 feet over the river.
Shit.
In your panicked and flailing disposition. As you impact with your 1 hit point, you are knocked unconscious.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Slowly later, you begin to come to, and you can see a stout, bearded individual looking at you, speaking a tongue you do not understand.
I just need a moment. I'm astounded I got out of there. Okay. Like, mental checklist? Like wiggle fingers, toes, tail? Is it all there?
Everything seems to be all there. That gash, though, from whenever that thing hit you against the doorway, did not heal right. So, it feels like you have a long horizontal thing that's probably gonna scar.
Yeah. Probably running down the head some.
Well, not anymore. You've been floating along the river for God knows how long.
How hungry am I?
A little bit, but you're also in probably semi-shock state, so...
A delirium, basically, of in and out.
Yeah. And stout, bearded individual talking at you in a tongue you do not understand.
Probably just hold up one finger. Beard! And then pass back out. From what you're saying, I'm in an in and out state. I don't know.
Well, in that case, what happens next is probably not something that's going to be very pleasant, but you know, it's a thing that happens.
I don't think I'm aware enough from what you're saying to really do anything.
Well, for the next few days, you're kind of lapsing in and out of consciousness. Eventually it seems that you are taken in by some sort of either merchant type or something. As that is happening there, you can kind of tell that they are teaching you how to serve. And trying to teach you the language along the way.
And curiosity, since I'm apparently coming a bit more to, do I have, like, the tablet and pack still?
Yeah, you still have your things. It's just, it seems that they have kind of looked through them. But they're...
Probably found them as nonsense as I did.
Well, yeah, except for the bags of gems.
Oh, shit.
But it seems that they are trying to come up with some, like, gesturing and combination of things to try to get you to understand them.
Is it like the game of point and say a word?
Pretty much.
Point and say a word of what it is, point, do an action, say what it is. It's just the slow miming language learning process.
Yeah.
As I have no fucking clue where I am or how long it's been. This is probably my best chance for the moment. They don't seem malicious, do they?
No.
What's helping out one more person when this person's already nicer than Herbalist Lady?
Listen, their job is to get shit done. It's not their fault the idiots keep hurting themselves.
Yeah. I I guess just slowly trying to learn the language and figure out what's happening.
Okay.
If I get free time, I'm curious as fuck about the only good thing that happened through this whole thing. I have a tablet that's questionably good now, actually. Oh.
Okay. So over a certain length of time, you kind of begin to pick up the language a bit. And it's a process. But they're working on it. You come to find that you have found yourself in a fisherman's net, and as recompense for saving you and not taking your things, they plan on having you as a work in work in servant type, like kind of like a maid / butler.
Okay.
Just so that you're not like lazing around the house.
I'm not just. What's the word? I'm not freeloading.
Yeah.
Okay, I could get along with that village you grew up with. You can't afford to freeload. Not if you guys wanted to live. I'm sorry, I'm still just going back to how close that was. Oh.
You, through a variety of conversations and time, kind of come to learn that you have now been recruited into the services of a fisherfolk dwarven. I don't want to say clan because they're really not like large, but at the very least like a family. And they introduce themselves as the Gravelbacks.
Okay.
Once the language barrier isn't as bad as it was, these are obviously very, very patient people, they will kind of have you sit down and they'll go, all right then. Now what is it that you are doing floating in that river?
Am I still like kind of like the half broken point of language stage?
You just picked it up. It's not as clean as you would like it to be, but you're getting it.
Like I'm gonna have like he's obviously like piecing words together because what he's trying to explain versus what they've probably taught him is very different. Got lost in a room, a cavern with crystals everywhere and these fungal beastie things in a giant white circle. In a panic, I threw a bunch of gems on the circle and ended up above a river, and between what happened running and the impact on the river, I was out.
Well, you saw their eyes light up whenever you said a bunch of crystals, and then you saw the hope quickly die whenever you said giant monstrosity thing.
Two of them.
Can I assume that that's where you got these bags full of gems? And this weird tablet thing that I can't make heads or tails of?
Yeah, it was in a safe on the wall. I was scrambling to just find an option out, and that's what I came across.
So if I understand what you just said there, you were having a patch of grave robbing and then something went wrong and you wound up floating down the river.
I was looking for mushrooms and found the wrong cave.
So it's a resource place that we can't make use of.
It's dangerous.
Well, crap. I never actually got your name.
Hold out hand. Take a second. I don't know if handshaking was common in his village. Saltmeyer. Saltmeyer.
Well, Saltmeyer, I'm not gonna take your bags of stuff. You're doing okay now. But if you could help out my clan here, yeah, I would definitely appreciate it.
I can do so. You pulled me from the river and didn't keep my stuff. I'm trying to. Sorry, it's really hard to talk in broken language to me.
You're fine.
And slow.
Well, I've heard tell that there's a more eccentric type who lives somewhat nearby that likes themselves unique servant types. If you could find yourself employed over there and then just send us what you get for probably a few years, then we'll call it square.
Where I live, do I have any idea of the concept of the currency he's talking about? Like, if that's gouging me or any of the like.
He gave like a year thing. It's probably a lot, but you also, he said bags of gems, so he's probably charging you for those a bit.
Yeah. With a bit of hesitance, I'll guess I can do so. How long have I been asleep? Out?
Well, in between. Well, the actual unconscious part.
I mean, well,
you've been here for a while.
Finish.
Yeah. You've been in a bit of a haze for a while there, but the actual incident, you were probably slipping in and out of consciousness for about a week, maybe. It seems like whatever you did kind of scrambled you up a bit more than you were expecting. I think you said that you, in your story explanation, that you ported somewhere.
I think so.
Yeah.
What is that? This giant circle of writing.
Yeah, that sounds like something that them would do. And not being one of the magic types, I imagine, it kind of fucked it just a bit, but oh well. I can't say exactly where it is you came from. You said downriver, but this river kind of goes the entire length of the continent. So, yeah. I don't know how far away from home you are.
I don't know either. So, forward, I guess.
Well, maybe they can have some way for you to contact others whenever you get there. But, yeah, just send us your errands for a bit, and then we'll call it square, and you get to keep your bags of gems and weird tablet thing and stuff.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Alright then. Now the family that you're gonna have to be interacting with is called the Stonewalls. I'll tell you where, but until such a time, let's work on your butlering. Cause we need the yeah. Yeah, trust me, this is gonna knock their socks off.
Okay.
So, some additional time passes as you refine the art of butlering.
Of butlering.
And you eventually go and find employment with the Stonewalls. And that is where I am going to go ahead and call your session.
Oh, I made the joke about dying session 1. I didn't want it to be real.
Now, I have
Holy
noticed.
shit.
I've noticed that the stream kind of hiccup on me a couple times, and that can cause it to end weird if I cut it too soon. So feel free to talk for probably a couple minutes, just so that we don't cut anything off that we don't want to.
That's fair. That was some close, close calls.
I mean, yeah, you locked yourself in the death locker.
I didn't realize it was a death locker.
There was literally a body inside.
Well, I couldn't see the body. I couldn't see inside until I went inside. You told me it wasn't one I could see through.
Not from that angle.
No, probably should have looked through the door closer, but I thought it was going to turn around quickly, and it did! I probably should have checked for windows before I did all that, though.
I closed myself in this tiny room. Okay.
Shit. I don't know if there's any better way for me to have handled that. There's probably a lot of ways.
You needed to not fail your acrobatics to run away rolls.
Yeah, yeah. You're right, I really shouldn't have. Oh yeah, curious bit. Did that one larger green shard that I strapped to myself survive the transitions?
Yeah, you still have that little bit.
Okay. Oh shit.
They didn't steal any of your stuff, but you cost them some money, so now they're gonna have you pay them back by being a butler.
Charge shit out of me.
Fucking...
Scrambled brains. I'm agreeing to shit because I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, teleporting without a clear destination kinda dangerous.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Literally have no idea.
I can't tell where the stream actually is when it's making me anxious.
I mean, we could ask. You could ask the stream, couldn't you? They could answer you.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, session 1 did. Nobody died.
Yeah.
That's a plus, right?
The thing is, though, if the bitrate doesn't clear up, then we can't do the other one that we're supposed to do after this.
Yeah.
Because then shit gets broken.
No, we don't want broken.
We don't want broken.
Wait, so that's what's happening? Your bitrate's going to crap?
Yeah. My upload's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Which means someone else is probably doing something. Possibly.
It's problematic. Man, too bad that green stuff's really brittle, it sounds like.
Yeah.
You can make a dagger or some shit out of it otherwise.
I mean, you technically can. It's just the results may vary.
The results may vary. It might just snap off in something, which is actually really horrific to think about now.
Well, I mean that, or it's just like, I stabbed you. I feel better. Thank you.
Yeah, it did heal.
Thank you, friend, for stabbing me.
Confusion ensues. Yeah, it's a good thing that stone healed me, or I would have died the first time it hit me. The first hit where I got smacked into the door. Excuse me.
Let's let it go for an extra minute, and then we'll hope that it's fine.
Okay.
I just...
We only have how many? You only have how many more of these to do?
Many! I'm sure others will be shorter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do, I think. Maybe?
Something-ish.
It's okay. I success. If they all go like this, it'll be fun. Just nobody fail, or nobody roll 2 or 3 ones in a row.
I mean, that's the problematic part. It's like, what do you want me to do? You run a natural 1.
I know, you're fair. I thought I was dead, not just losing my backpack.
Well, now you're not allowed home because you don't have the mushrooms.
Yeah, I know.
Go get more mushrooms.
Problem with that, where is home?
Somewhere. Either up or down river.
Kinda, sorta, yeah, huh?
Assuming you're on the same continent as you were before.
Assuming. Yeah, that's a good point. Assuming I'm on the same continent, I have no clue where the hell I am. It's literally at the point of, is there any point in actively searching out my home, looking at the logistics of this?
I mean, you can.
But what are the chances?
That it's within walking distance, not that great. But that it's in the same country, maybe.
Maybe. Better than within walking distance. Alright. I think I hear music coming through.
Huh?
In the background of yours.
Oh no. That's not supposed to be there. I'm sorry if that's coming through my microphone.
It's not like music per se. It's like you hear the vibration almost. Just like so, you can hear that like the speakers vibrating, kind of, sorta.
Okay.
It might just be me and I'm hearing things. I don't know. It might be Max's stuff coming through on me.
Buy a longer rope for mushrooms, says Rain.
Buy a longer rope. Yeah, thank you. That's useful. But it's not at the same time.
You can hear music. There's been music this entire time. But now I changed it to fun because we're no longer in death and despair land.
We're no longer in two natural runs as I try to run away.
But if I was like slightly too close to the microphone and it was coming through my headphones, then that's problematic.
Yeah. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. I thought I was dead.
It's okay, you just ran into a bone beast.
Two damage. I ran into a what?
Just ran into a bone beast.
A bone beast. Yes, it's very pleasant.
Okay.
Is my memory working fine? Like, do I remember the runes and everything in them?
Yeah, you can still remember things that happened. It's just you're kind of like in a bit of a stupor for a while. It seems that probably whenever you teleported, something didn't go right in the brain area, and then it just kind of had you wall-eyed for a bit.
Fair. Just starting to come out of that as we get into the new stuff.
And the dastardly plot of the fisherman who found you to create a lizard butler that the rich people can't possibly refuse.
It's certainly something, isn't it?
Fuck it, I need money.
Fuck it, I need something to keep me alive right now. What's worse? What's this? I'm not getting random itchy and scratchy and poisons and shit tossed at me. I'm doing better, moving up in the world.
What was that? Back sass. Here, itching powder. Why?
Do you hate me as it goes up nose?
Yes.
At least she's forward.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
We should be fine now. Let's go ahead and call stream. It seems to have righted itself. So we can probably try for the second one that we have queued up.
Alright.
Which is a very different thing. You've completed your level 1 adventure. Go ahead and go to 2.
Let's see how the HP do.
You get to be the strongest one.
Oh, that's how HP do. That's not bad, actually.
Like if it's a 1, reroll it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
What happens if you roll what happens if you roll 2 1s in a row?
I'll give you one more, friend.
Okay, that one was a 5.
Okay.
So I have 17 HP. Oh god. My luck doesn't like me tonight.
You're fine. Alright.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and cut the stream here. We'll get the other person in here, get stuff talking, and then we'll start it up again. So this is going to continue, people on stream. So just give me a minute, and we'll be back. For everybody else, until next time, be seeing you.